Hi, I'm Ed Kane for Functional Therapy Magazine, and I'm talking to you today about unwinding. Advanced unwinding is this idea of where you're moving freely. Often a therapist can support you through this movement, but what I wanted to demonstrate was just something that you're going to recognize from when you're a child, and that it's going to make sense about unwinding in a way that we didn't necessarily think of before. When you were yawning as a child, you were kind of moving freely, and it might have looked a little bit of something like this, and you'd go, oh! That wasn't the most genuine yawn, but I'll get one for you later. What we're trying to do is, as a child, we were moving through all these motions. I actually remember the moment I was told not to yawn and stretch. It was a party, and people were coming over, and when I did this, which seems like the most natural thing, the human society that was around me didn't really encourage it. And you see over and over again that many people, and as a therapist, I see many people are unable to do it. They're unable to yawn. They're consciously stifling yawns and stopping themselves from moving in this natural way. But if you think about the way a dog moves or a cat moves, when a dog gets up, it might push out like this and send its hindquarters way back. When a cat does a stretch, it would contract actually its abdominal muscles. And you don't hear about too many dogs or cats with pulled hamstrings, now do you? So the idea is that animals have been doing this very naturally, and it turns out if you observe animals, it turns out that they will do maybe 7 of these yawning stretches in the morning, and throughout the course of the day, if they average it out, they do about 57. Now, when was the last time that you really did it? That's one of the ideas I want to share with you. It's nice. It's a good thing. What happens to us when we move this way, we co-contract the muscles. The muscles are actually, when I'm doing this, the muscles are opposing themselves, and they're all contracting and moving. But you'll also notice that it would be hard for us to put this in a book. We do it the way that we naturally feel like moving. You wouldn't necessarily put all these things into a book, because what we've done in Western societies, we've taken these movements and we've converted them into no pain, no gain kind of stretches, where you're grabbing the wall, for instance, and then twisting away from it, where these things are kind of less natural, and they don't necessarily get us what we want all the time. What we want, though, instead is to think about the natural ways that we were moving since time began. So, when you co-contract and relax the muscles, which is a great principle from somatics, is that once the muscle relaxes after it has contracted, it will be more flexible and moving. Now, this excellent idea is the basis for somatics. Pandiculations, which are those yawning stretches, which is a different word, because we need this better term for a yawning stretch, because the idea of stretch has been taken to mean grabbing the wall and twisting, doing something very linear. But as we spoke about before, there is no linear in the body. There is no straight lines, and there's no time where we reach our arm up like this perfectly, except in a testing situation. Instead, we're always kind of moving this way and that. So if you just think about unwinding a little bit, and I am going to unwind separately from this, and just to give you an idea what it might look like, so that you can kind of explore it. As a therapist, you can be helping someone through this when you notice someone doing different things, but we'll talk about that at another time. In the meantime, think about what your body is telling you to do when you stretch and yawn. So go ahead, here, try to catch this yawn. and then come out of it slowly, and there you have it. I don't know if you could catch that one. Play it again. You'll get to yawn along with me. Thank you so much for joining us for this little idea of unwinding and pandiculation and trying to get that yawning stretch, that natural thing that you were doing as a child, but you need to get back to now. Thank you, and I'm Ed Kane for Functional Therapy Magazine. We'll see you soon.